Racing League here tonight. We're starting out again, like I said before. Tonight again here in the booth with Sauce, one of our admins. I got our special guest Taddy's back, and our in-race reporters are going to be Chewy and Brinkerhoff.
Yo!
Sauce and Taddy, welcome back, boys.
Yes, hey, sir. It's been a while.
So we're the boys are heading into Auto Club tonight here. What do you guys take on this track?
Me personally, I love Auto Club. It's a fun track. I want to see 5 and 6 wide tonight. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, I think if you're one of those guys that's been struggling in points throughout the season, you really have to have this track marked on your calendar as a possibility to win. It's a lot like a Daytona. It's a lot like a Talladega. There's many grooves. A lot of draft is going to keep you there the whole race. And it's just positioning yourself at the end to be able to make a move. We should see 8 to 10 cars still having an opportunity to win come that checkered flag. And which one of those 8 to 10 cars is going to make the move and come home victorious?
Right. I mean, I've always liked, excited always to have Xfinity, watch Auto Club. You know, when I was driving, I was kind of look forward to that track and stuff like that. But yeah, it is a wide track. It should be some good racing, and I hope we, like I said, be able to put a good night on here tonight. So, Chewy, are you there?
I am here.
Hey, Chewy. Hey, so just before you guys get started here, yeah, what's your opinion on Auto Club? Is this a track you like or look forward to, or?
It's a fast track, man. Like it's a whole different game to Talladega and stuff. Like it's fast. You're hitting 190 on the backstretch, even 195. And like just getting the pits, it's right off of 4, so you gotta watch out for guys coming around, maybe not noticing you're pitting. I think the biggest thing is gonna stay in the draft, try to be with that draft, that lead pack. If we're not in that lead pack, man, like you're a sitting duck. You're out to the wind and hoping somebody comes by so you can at least get back up the draft, because that draft's gonna pull you all the way down and make you go fast.
Yeah, you know, going back, you know, like we're just from back-to-back weeks, you know, we go from that tight half mile or at Bristol where everybody's bunched up, you know, beating and banging. Now, you know, tonight we're going to have a little bit more stretched out racing, but also that pack racing is still going to be involved.
We just took the green, boys, by the way.
All right, we're going to blue screen.
We're going to blue screen and get some invites.
Pico was just watching.
Oh, we hear the guy down low.
Yeah.
Send monsters spinning.
Wow.
Alright, send sauce and butter.
Told you, man. Fast track.
Coming in. Listen, there's gonna be a lot of. We were at Bristol last week. There was some, some rubbing. There's gonna be rubbing here tonight. It's just gonna be about 4 or 5 wide. We're gonna see which driver has the most nerve tonight.
Yeah, and one of the keys here is the frustration level. Auto Club is a track that's really, really easy to get mad at your other drivers. It actually, your tempers flare a lot like Bristol does, right? So you're going down the straightaway, the guy behind you is like 2-3 tenths. You think you can just run your line, run the top of the track, take your entry as you normally do, but the draft is so strong. If that guy has 2-3 cars behind him, they can gain up to a half second down the straightaway on you, and they have that crazy. Try to hold the bottom, you're going to try entering the same way. Contact will be made. It'll shove you up the track really easily, and people need to be aware of that here in the series. And I expect some good racing. As I'm seeing Drunk Fest up front in the 99, the 87 sitting P2, I don't know who that is, old guy.
That's Trav.
Trav is outside the lead. And Robbie Racing gave me a shout out today. He's running the 07. That's the first time ever in league race he ran an Xfinity car with the 07 coming back from the DB racing days. So he's trying to go throwback here with that 07 Chevy for Robbie.
Fun fact of the day.
Yeah, as we're loaded in now, that we are loaded in, so yeah, we do have eyes on the race. So by the looks of it, you're saying I didn't get a result qualifier, so it looks like Drunkfest was our pole winner.
Yeah, Drunk Fest was the fastest.
Okay.
Yeah, Drunk Fest looks like he got the pole. Robbie was second on speeds, and Old guy third.
Monster was
so
very
good. Alive for 7.
And I expect to see about 4 or 5 cars maybe get in the line here, maybe get some separation if they can. They want to have a smart race to begin with. If
Yeah, I
not, they
mean,
might just race for it.
yeah, you're really not wrong, right? So if you can get yourself into the top five, there's no reason to race, right? So the moment that you start seeing cars side by side, that's where they're going to start falling off. But as long as the leaders stay battling, it's going to keep this whole pack together from lap 1 all the way to lap 75. So Drunk Fest, Robbie Racing, Old Guy, and I believe that's Chewy sitting there. And people, these guys are really going to have to figure it out and try to start following each other and separate themselves from the field. And the more smaller packs like that you're going to get, the less traffic congested wrecks that we're going to have simply because people on top of each other.
Yeah, just a quick question there for the IRRs. What do you guys just say? How many guys are start this race? Look like there's like what about 18 or so out there.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
18 guys right now.
Okay.
Everyone's,
Yeah.
no one's out of the race yet.
We got Trav in the back right here. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he got big wreck.
51
Wow.
Old Guy's going to the lead right now as he gets inside of Drunk Fest. We've seen a
Wow.
big wreck. Will of
What a
Caution come
move.
out, and did Old Guy make it at the right
Oh,
time?
yeah.
Somebody's cutting through
Monsters
the
in
gas
it.
back there.
A lot of good cars back there. Mike G.
The custom number 60 of Nick Jackson.
No caution.
Flying through the grass. Yeah, they all got it actually. Nobody wrecked in
Look
his
at this.
playoff pace. They're all still in the draft.
Oh God, made his move. You know, sometimes if you see cars wrecking, you just wanna maybe see if you can catch that lead real quick before the caution.
Yeah, shout out to our in-race reporter, Chewy. He is now taking the lead in that custom number 77 Ford Mustang, and he's trying to hold off Colleague Fan, Old Guy, Robbie Racing, Drunk Fest, Bad Guy in the 10, Brinkerhoff in the 17. This is one big, massive pack that has pulled away from the rest of the guys, and we're still seeing 3 and 4 wide action up here. Butters, what are you liking out there?
Well, I just like the way, like I said, this front pack is running. These guys are, they'll go 2, 3, 4 wide, but it's staying clean. I noticed that the front pack is pulling away a little bit on that second group of cars, but I'm just always interested how the draft will play a factor in this race. Guys getting runs on each other into the corner, and sometimes that's where guys get in trouble.
Yeah, Sauce, you're really good at these draft tracks, right? So this second group, they've got to be seeing that the lead pack's walking away, right? So in order to fix that, what do you think they got to do right now to be able to catch and reel in that 77 machine, if not this whole first pack?
Well, if you're a smart driver, you see that Monster and Mike G are leading that pack. They're topping the points. They have wins. You're gonna want to follow them in a straight line as much as you can, and hope they just continue to race up front. It looks like that's what they're doing. Old Guy's having a good run here in second.
98 of Tiller up there. He's trying to hook up with Mike G and Monster, but they've chosen to go around him. But yeah, I agree. These guys are going to have to line up, and minus the fact with the 98th on the outside, everybody's pretty well in a good solid line here. Tiller crosses over the 22. These guys are racing pretty hard in that backpack. I say they're racing hard, just 1 or 2 of them. It's not really hurting the overall draft of them. But now we're seeing the front pack. These guys are starting to line up. Drunk Fest making a move on Robbie, as I say that. Brinkerhoff going with Robbie. But top 2 cars, Chewy and Old Guy, these guys are singling out.
I don't mean to correct you, but Drunk Fest and Robbie have been side to side for 2.5 laps.
Okay, on my screen, Drunk Fest was behind him and then made a move.
Yeah, it was just for a brief second, but they've been basically in the position to cue them now.
Yeah, well, that goes
someone
kind of
crashed.
hand in hand with what I was saying, right? So the Chewy and the 51 are kind of getting a couple car length lead on it because of the
Listen, they are 3 wide behind this pack. I don't know what they're doing back here.
Yeah, we have a big gap to the second pack now.
Well,
I'm
you know,
just trying
hey,
to stay behind the 16 or the 7 right now. Trying to
is
get in the
racing.
line.
You know what? I'm not so sure that I mind these guys racing it out the way that they are. There is stage racing here in the Xfinity Series, which, Brink, could you give me how many laps you got remaining here in stage number 1?
I'll tell you right here, 1 second. 6 to go.
6 laps to go. This second pack's not going to catch that lead pack, right? They kind of burnt their bridge there on that aspect. But what's there, 7 cars in that lead pack? So you're trying to finish 8th in the stage. Stage points are awarded, as well as on top of that, you're setting yourself up for better track position for stage 3. We've seen a big incident is what separated the field. So if you can be ahead of the incident, you won't be so separated. So all these guys jockeying for position to start stage 2, and I think it's a good move by these guys.
tell us this, Teddy. At what point, how many laps do you think is it to where you kind of give up on that? Is that 6 laps?
Well, I mean, right, so rule of thumb for me personally is if I had 4 or 5 cars drafting, at most you're going to gain about a half second a lap, right, on your
Right.
lead pack that's racing. So say there's 6 laps, but you're 3.5 seconds behind. If you do the math in your head, right, half a second, you would need 7 to 8 laps, right? So after 6 laps is there, and you're not gaining at least that half second a lap anymore, start duking it out. And per race and per stage, that gap could be different. You might be 2 seconds back, gaining 0.3 seconds, and you might stay together all the way until the last lap. But then there's times like this where, you know, these guys racing out is not hurting them at all, because realistically, other than Brinkerhoff and looks like bad guy in the 10, they don't have any chance of catching anybody. And so I like it. And Lucy Goosey's come from the back. He's got a pretty good number 92 back there, as he's now leading this guy.
So we got some good racing. What you seeing out there, Butters?
Yeah, I'm just taking a kind of look here. You know, I'm looking at that top 5 run in here right now with the camera shot. And I noticed that number 16, a colleague, has made his way up. He's running.
Robbie loose off the exit. Sorry.
Oh,
back
yep.
to you,
No, good. I see that. I see Robbie Racing must have got loose coming off that corner.
Whew, he saved it. What a
He
save.
saved it. But no, I was just going back to colleague. You know, I just noticed that he quietly has snuck his way back up to. Now he's running into that 3rd spot. So, you know, kudos to number 16. You know, he's a strong runner.
SP 3, right? 3 to go.
3 to go.
Okay.
Hey, Chewy, you got a little gap behind you in 2nd, right? So I'm going to shoot it down to you here for a lap or so before it gets intense.
Yeah.
You're about to have 3-4 cars trying to battle you for this stage win. What do you got in your head? Do you have any plans? Are you planning on blocking, or just hoping that you can hold them off?
Just trying to hope I can hold them off. Trying to play cat and mouse, have them chase me up and down. Robbie was my biggest one. Robbie got to my quarter panel. Drug fence is going to get my quarter panel probably. I don't know. It's tough. It's all cat and mouse game, trying to see where they're going to go and what lines they want to pick.
Yeah, seeing who your friends are. The 16 actually left the 99.
Yeah.
So you might have a little help there out of Colleague Fan. To go here in stage number 1, we have Chewy in the 77, Drunk Fest in the 99, Colleague Fan in the 16, Old Guy back there, position number 4 in the 51, and Robbie Racing. Don't count him out just yet. Anything happens amongst these guys, and Robbie can still end up with a podium finish here in stage number 1 as they're getting ready to take the white flag. Chewy feeling good. 51, Old Guy dives it in deep onto the 16. College Fan loses a little on exit. He drove in too deep. Over to you, Saucy.
We're coming down to the last lap here, and we're gonna see what Drunk Fest has for Chewy. Might see what Old Guy has for them as well.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens. Go ahead, Butters.
No, I was just gonna make a comment how these guys are, you know, the way they get a run off you. But Chewy's doing a good job of holding these guys off. These guys are 2nd through 4. They're just slicing, dicing. They're changing position. So, yeah, I'm just watching these guys battle it out up front here.
And Chewy's gonna take the stage here, I believe.
Yeah, Chewy's doing something a little different than what I'm seeing any of the other drivers. And maybe the Cup drivers need to take note of this. But on the turns 1 and 2, Chewy's going down to that white line. He's really getting every bit of the car on the diamond aspect. But in turns 3 and 4, he's not even attempting to get down to the bottom. He's kind of running like that 3rd group. So even if somebody was to get underneath him, they're going to drift up and have to pinch the car down, whereas he's going to have a runoff and be running the groove that he wants. And it seemed to pan out really well for him, as through 3 and 4, nobody could seem to catch his draft and stay hooked up to him. So it's something we're going to have to keep our eyes on throughout the remaining part of this race. Over to you, Butters.
Yeah, so as we wind down here at this first stage here, I just want to get a quick report from our IRRs when that 2nd stage starts. If you guys could just throw out how many laps we're looking at this stage, so we can keep everybody informed. But yeah, it's going to be interesting here now that they all bunch back up here and see what they're going to do for adjustments. It's at Chewy and Brinkerhoff. You know, do you guys make big subtle adjustments here, or do you guys kind of leave your car alone?
Thanks to that first caution, I was able to get my setup in pretty early. I'm sure Chewy did too. But as you get green here, I've already loosened my car up more than I practiced for 3 days.
I think we're going to see some interesting here on this restart.
My car did not get as loose as I thought at the end of the run, so I felt like I'm going to make her a little more loose and see how she goes for stage 2.
You got to go with what you were saying there, Butters. I really think that, if the car's not handling well, it's only stage 1, end of stage 1, getting ready to go into stage 2. I might not make small adjustments. I might throw the kitchen sink at it to see if I went in the right direction and then fine-tune that if a caution comes out here in stage 2 and or at the stage break. There's at least one more yellow flag to come out to be able to help you with these setups. So, yeah, I might throw the kitchen sink in it this time and then see how it panned out and go back the other way if I need to next stage.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
Lewis
going
and
back.
Brink make contact in the front stretch. We might see 4 wide here into the turn, boys. Think other of it.
Yeah, just going back a little bit, what Taddy was saying too. Back when when I drove, or when I do drive, that's my thing. I have a tendency to that going into that second stage, I usually adjust a little more than I think, and I always figure I can bring it back a little bit. And I didn't always know if that was the right thing to do. I'm sure different tracks are different circumstances, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
it's
to go to
interesting.
what you're saying, yeah, the different circumstances really goes on. So if your tire wear was already kind of close to making it all the way to the end, and you have just the right amount of laps as you do fuel, you can't push the issue too much because you can't get your tire wear to last the whole stage, and you're kind of in trouble, right? But in a track like Auto Club, this is not a fuel saving stage, so these guys could have thrown the kitchen sink in it. They're going to have to pit. And everybody's going to have to pit, right? So when you go down there, it's not going to hurt you, but you're going to get to make a pit adjustment as well as also the end of the stage adjustment. So there's 2 times you get to go back and kind of fine tune what you've already put in there after the kitchen sink at it.
Oh, we see I'm over here looking at Brink.
Yeah.
Brink made a nice crossover move, and they are 5, 6 wide down the front stretch. Oh my! Wow, what a
Gets into the
spectacle!
38 after catching the rear end of the
Oh,
16.
yeah.
Cars everywhere.
We got cars through the grass. Yep.
Tie racing, travesty.
Is the caution flag out here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
caution flag just
Sure.
flew.
Hey, when in-race reporters, when one of you guys get
1,
a
2, 3. Nick Jackson in it. Cody in
how
it.
far on fuel are you guys
Either.
at? Like, how many laps are left, and where are you sitting at on fuel?
I think we just came to maybe like, you get 17 laps, a little bit over 17 laps of fuel. That's what I could see. I should tell you the exact number. We get 20 laps of fuel on a full tank, which the first stage was 17 laps, and the second stage is 12 laps. So we're not too worried about that. It's gonna be the last stage. Kind of figure out where you want to pit, and like how you guys said, it's kind of like whenever you pit, it's either you're throwing something to the wind, hope it works, or who knows.
Yeah, and in this scenario, Headbutters made that adjustment at the end of stage 1 and threw the kitchen sink at it. Now their caution comes out. You got a caution at 30 seconds to kind of work on it, tweak it, see if you went the right way or the wrong way.
I think the 22 didn't take time to pit there. And
No,
Beatty.
22 and Beatty both pit, but I believe they only took 2.
Interesting.
So
Beatty
interesting
in
call
the
by
38,
those
right?
two guys to get track positioning.
Yes.
Beatty was involved in that wreck, so that might be the move of the race for him to be able to get out of the back of the pack and be up front here racing for the race lead. Because remember, he's one of those Cup guys that has to try to qualify in his way in later on tonight. And how do you get away from having to do that? Win the Xfinity race.
Ooh. 3 wide for the lead.
Or 3x3.
Do I hear 4?
Yeah, and look at that number 92, third car on the inside row. Here comes Loosey Goosey. I talked about that track.
Another one of those guys.
In that battle per second, but we haven't talked about him a whole lot. And here he is now sitting in
Idiot
P3.
track.
Right, he's another one of those guys that qualify in. That has to qualify in for the Cup. So, yeah, he's looking at that same thing. Win this race and you're in.
And not to be biased, but I really hope that he gets that opportunity to win that race and be locked in.
That's your driver.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Oh yeah.
He's
Hey,
pulling for,
you see
he's
that happened
pulling for
last
the
week at
Venom
Drunk
boys.
Fest. Got him in there, so
Right.
look at him. He's in second now. He's going for it.
That's actually Lucy in second.
Yep.
Saying hi.
So as we're talking here, I just want a quick shout out. I want to congratulate that number 36 here running that car. Awesome. He was just found out today that he was signed by Tegrity Motorsports. He's going to be driving the 6 car up in the Cup Series now. So just want a quick shout out to Awesome. He's a strong driver, and just give him a
Oh,
congratulations.
big wreck in the back.
Is that going to bring
Another
another
wreck.
caution or end the race?
Travesty's around.
I think Travesty's been in every
Nick Jackson around.
I
Yeah,
don't see caution. These guys are still
former-
green.
No caution.
former owner and driver.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Butters, but yes, congratulations to Awesome for the new Ride in Cup.
Deservingly so.
Yeah, and real quick, actually, I want to go in on that, right? So, to anybody wondering how he was able to be signed on a Friday, we had one of the team captains. He's decided to step away for personal matters, and because of that, the captainship went to one of the drivers on the team. That left the team one driver short. So the rules were stretched slightly on the idea of this is a special scenario. So we wanted to make sure that the Integrity Motorsports team had enough opportunity to field the full field tonight. So yeah, congratulations there to Awesome. Definitely well deserving. I'm noticing we have 7 live viewers there on YouTube, but we have 0 comments. Come on, guys. Who are you guys that gets to win? And let's get some comments out there.
Yes, sir. Make sure to comment, like, share, subscribe. Cobra Kai Racing Series.
All those things the broadcasters want to see on their on the YouTube that they stream.
All right, we got Nick Jackson going off the pit. Bader's in the grass on the front stretch by himself.
Yeah, new second place.
Mike G was in that accident too. That's
Robbie Racing now moved into P2 as Drunkfest is in P3. These guys are right back on Chewy. Robbie going to the inside of Chewy as they come off turns 3 and 4. A lot of help as the rest of that top 5 has decided to stay on the bottom and help the 07 Chewy in a tough spot. First time at this stage, the 77s really had to battle to hold on to that lead, but Robbie Racing and Drunkfest looking real strong down there on the bottom.
He's going to clear him.
I just want to put over the broadcast, started at 38. I meant to follow him into turn 3, but then we just got side by side.
So, just so you know, Beatty, Brink did it on purpose. He said it here live on the show.
Yeah.
Old guy now looking to the inside. He's trying to make moves as Beatty tries crossing over, and he's going to get down below the 07. I don't know if contact is made there or not. Robbie slips up just a little. Here comes, I said Beatty. There's Chewy in the 77. He's trying to get the inside of Robbie. Drunkfest doesn't know which way to go. He's a little drunk on this vest as he's going to try to split the gap here, I'm assuming.
Oh, man. Good racing up front.
Anybody got a lap count for us?
Better you on the front.
I'm dyslexic when I drive. I can't read.
I'm assuming we got to be coming to the end. There was only 12 laps total, and
2 laps to go.
2 to go here. This top 5 is battling hard. Big wreck in the back that could actually end the stage. The 38 of Chase Beatty, he is flipping, doing all sorts of crazy cartwheels. But it looks like these guys are battling hard. Here comes Loose and Old guys are getting ready to try to pounce on the opportunity if one of these guys makes a mistake to get the run as they get ready to turn off 2. But the 77
the spots for that move.
Yeah, Chewy went a little too high as he missed his entrance. Loosey Goosey's going to go up there and try to draft with him, but it looks like it's going to be Robbie Racing in the 07, Drunkfest, the 99, 51 of Old Guy, 77 of Chewy, and the 92 of Loosey Goosey, rounding out your top 5 here in Stage 2.
Good racing for that there, boys.
Excellent job. Yeah, that was a good time there watching that. That was an excellent end of that Stage 2.
That was a fun one to call. There was all sorts of stuff going on.
Just a quick question out there to you guys. What do you guys... I was just noticing in that stage, and one of the guys that have been riding in the back this whole race is Mike G. This guy is usually
he was involved in an accident when we didn't have the caution come out.
So I put him by the 8-ball. I was just kind of curious because I haven't really seen him up front all race so far. And I was just...
He's been caught up in some stuff. I've been watching him.
You know, we've seen
still got stage 3.
Stage 1 that wreck happened, right? And no caution come out and it really separated the field. And we've seen a couple wrecks on that stage that no caution came out and it really separates the field. Looks like Awesome has made his way, either he's lapped out, made his way back to 6, but you really got to, track position is so huge at a track like this because you get held up behind people that are battling it out. That plays a huge role.
We're back green.
And that is Awesome sitting there in P5.